Okay, so with this first one, the one that I have labeled A, let's talk about the domain first of all. So if we keep our convention the way that we've been handling it, we start on the left side of the graph. We don't have anything until we get to -4. -4 is where our graph starts. So we put a bracket because at -4 we do have a point. That is where our graph starts. -4 has a y value. So we put a bracket there. We're good. We have graph, we have graph, we have graph. Our graph stops at x equals +4. And we have a point there on that end, so there's a bracket there as well. So there's our domain. Let's do our range the same way. Okay, start at the bottom. We don't have anything until we get to a y value of -3. So -3 is our smallest y value. Up to our graph ends up here where x is 4, but the y value is 1. Okay, I'll have to get you one in just a minute. Okay, -3 to +1 is the range. Okay, let's talk about our increasing and decreasing intervals. Okay, remember what we did yesterday to help us identify those. We need our starting point. So draw a vertical line where it starts. Follow the graph until it changes. So as we're tracing our function, it's going up, up, up until we get here at -2. It changes to decrease. It decreases until we get right here at -1. Then it increases. It does slightly change direction, but it's still increasing. And then our function ends at 4. Okay, so we have chunked it up, drawn our lines. We've labeled them with the x values. Make sure that we always use the x values there. We don't want to get anything mixed up and use the y values. And then we'll go back through and label it as this interval is increasing because we're going up when we look left to right. This one is decreasing. I don't have much room, so I'm just going to put a D right there. And then we are increasing again. So when we go to get our intervals, increasing was between -4 and -2. Remember, we always use parentheses with increasing and decreasing. Then the decreasing is between the -2 and the -1. And then we've got another increasing. The two numbers that surround the increasing is -1 and +4. Okay, any questions about that right there? So we've done our domain, our range, our increasing, decreasing. We won't talk about our intercepts here. Those are the big ideas. Okay, let's look at another one. Let's look at example B. Domain. Start on the far left side. We start at -3, but notice at -3, that's a little different than the one that we just did. That's not a point. That's an open circle. What that means is we get as close as we possibly can to -3, but we don't actually equal -3. So instead of a bracket, we're going to put a parenthesis there. Instead of a bracket, we're going to put a parenthesis because we don't actually equal -3. And then as we follow our graph ends at +2. Now on that side, there is a point. We do equal -2 on this side, so we have a bracket around the 2 for this domain. For our range, start at the bottom. Our minimum y value is -2. There is a point there, so we've got a bracket because it is equal we've got a point. We go up, we go up, we go up. We stop at +2, but that's where that circle was, that open circle, that hole. So we don't actually equal a y value of +2. We get really, 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 really close to it, but we don't actually equal it. So we put a parentheses there. So just a little difference there with the domain and range because of that open circle. All right, increasing and decreasing intervals. We start at -3 is where our function starts. It decreases, it goes downhill until -2. Then it's going uphill and it changes at 0. So we're increasing here, then we're decreasing, and our function ends at +2. So when we identify our intervals, we were decreasing first between -3 and -2. So put that interval under decreasing. Then we're increasing the two numbers, -2 to 0. And then we're decreasing. It's surrounded by the 0 and the 2, so that goes under our decreasing. Yeah.